Hello and welcome back to Tottenham Together TV. My name's Chalks. If you're new, welcome to the channel, and if you're a subscriber or you've watched this channel before, welcome back. In this video I just want to chat about why people are getting so what's the term the young kids use? Salty. Why people are getting salty, angry, jealous of Tottenham, especially famous people. I understand supporters doing it because that's just the rivalry. When, especially with a club like Tottenham, I understand Woolwich fans always wanted to take the piss, Chelsea, West Ham, and even maybe United, Liverpool, because they can. For years we've had to keep our mouths shut because they've all done better than us, and you can't argue. You can't argue with what they're winning, what they've won. Sorry, and City as well. You cannot argue with it, so you just got to take it on the chin. For years we've been told you got no ambition, Tottenham. What a Spursy club. It's become a word. And yet, because we almost got relegated, and it scared the absolute crap out of our board and owners, and they swore to the fans of Tottenham Hotspur that this will never happen again. And they are keeping their promise. They are going out there in the transfer market. Van Hecker, 52 million, 1 year left on his contract, 52. Yes, if we got our pants pulled down, we've got them pulled down, but we got the player. The player our manager, Roberto De Zerbi, wanted. It's not scrimping and saving. You might think you pulled our pants down, but we can afford it. If you can afford a Bentley convertible, you go and buy it. You don't worry about the cost. You don't go and buy a Toyota Yaris. You only go and buy a Toyota Yaris if you're skint or low on funds, low on cash. Because if you want that Bentley, you don't care how much it costs, you're going to go and get it. Like anything in life. If you want a house, and you see this house and you go and view it with your missus, and your missus says, I want that house, and it's like, I don't know, London, say 500 grand, you're going to bid to make sure you try and get that house 510 or 505 grand. And then you let the other bidders know, sorry, I'm going to sell it to this person because they've offered 505. And then they like the house, they're like, well, we'll give you 510. That's life. If you want it that badly, you're going to pay over the odds to get it. But what I can't get my head around is, famous people, footballers, presenters, content creators are losing their shit over this. They just can't get their heads around it. And the most, I suppose, prominent one is Gabby Agbonlahor. He keeps saying, how can Tottenham, who finished 17th in the last 2 seasons, be able to afford to spend all this money, and his team, Villa, can't? Gabby, it's all about income, mate. We built our stadium, 5-6 million every match day. When there's not a match on, there's concerts, there's NFL, there's shitloads going on that bring in income. Our roof, we're going to put what they called to save on the energy bill. Sun. Oh, I've forgotten the bloody term now. Come back to me. But they're going on our roof. So it'll provide enough energy for the stadium. Solar panels. That's it. Solar panels. So we don't have to pay any money anymore on, paying electricity bills, which, as you can imagine, must be humongous for that stadium. And then we're putting so much extra energy into the grid, they were actually going to pay us money. We haven't given away our naming rights yet. We're looking for 20 million a season. Watch out, soon it's going to be the Yahoo Stadium, or it's going to be the Amazon Stadium, or it's going to be the FedEx Stadium, or it's going to be, I don't know, one of those, Google Stadium. But one of those massive companies is going to pay the money to have their name on that stadium. I mean, Daniel Levy was looking for more than 20 million a year, which is over a 10-year agreement. That's 200 million. I think that's fair enough. So that's the naming rights. Solar panels. If you go to the South Stand, you'll see the foundations there. There's building work. It's already ready to build the hotel. Luxury hotel. So fans can treat their family or their wives, go there for a night. During the week, business people can stay. It's got conference centres like swimming pool. It'll have the works. When opposing fans come down from Manchester, Liverpool, they can stay there. These people can afford it. And then next to the hotel, there's going to be four sort of columns, like flats, luxury flats that are going to be for sale or rent. We've had to suffer for 20 odd years, scrimping and saving, being taken the piss out of, saying we've got no ambition. How many times have you heard that Tottenham have almost got a player? Eden Hazard, Harry Redknapp, we almost had him. He went to Chelsea. So many players. How many players have we had to sell? Sheringham, Berbatov, Modric, Bale, Kane. How many players, quality players, have we had to sell over the years? And you've got Gabby sitting there going, it's not fair, it's not fair. I will give you this. In my opinion, Aston Villa are a bigger club than Tottenham. But not in the money stakes. They are bigger because they've won more league titles and they've won a European Cup. They've also been in the Championship recently. So have Newcastle, so have Forest. I actually think Forest are bigger than us. Because to me, it's about winning things. If your club has the European Cup there, you are a big club. I don't care if it was back in 80 and 81 or whatever years they won it. But Tottenham have also got, their own history. I think Villa are just above us. Obviously you got Liverpool, United, Woolwich. Then I think it is Villa. But I think Tottenham are the 5th or 6th most successful club in England. But as far as money goes, we're going to blow everyone out the water. Newcastle. It took you... I'm not counting the Fairs Cup because that's a ridiculous trophy. So in 1955-56, you won the FA Cup. It took you 70 years to win another cup. And I got Shearer going and giving his spiel and mouthing off that it's not fair. How can Tottenham spend this money? Why did Tonali leave? He's only gone there for the money. Well, of course he has, you moron. Why did you go to Blackburn? Because, one, you went there because you knew there was a project going on that Jack Walker was going to spend on all the best players to win that and buy that Premier League. So off you went from Southampton, mate. You didn't love Blackburn. You didn't think I've always wanted to play for Blackburn. You went there for the money and the chance to win something, and you did. You won the Premier League. So stop giving it the fucking bigger now and being so hypocritical. You know, there's only you in your city, Newcastle. Build a fucking stadium and start increasing your income. That's all you have to do. But it's going to take years to do it. Yeah, you thought these Saudis are going to come in and you're all wearing Saudi, you know, those sheikh headgear. Thinking, yeah, we all did. Because, like, they are 100 times richer than Man City. We just thought Newcastle are going to buy everyone. But unfortunately, PSR stopped all that. What Chelsea and Man City did. How they bought their trophies. And we know Chelsea cheated because they've got punished for it. And we're still finding out. Got to find out whether Man City cheated their way to all these. It's always strange that Pep had 1 year left on his contract. And he don't seem a man that would walk out until his time was up. He was tired at Barcelona. That is his club. And he was bored at Bayern Munich because it was so easy winning the title there. He loved the Premier League because it was so competitive. He loved the challenge of trying to win the Premier. And don't get me wrong, brilliant. He won it 4 times in a row. Won the treble like Man United did. Can't knock him. But he did it because the club backed him with the money. If you get backed with the money and you can afford it and you're not breaking any rules and you win things, fair play to you. Then you've got Simon Jordan. I don't know what it is with him and Levy, but I like listening to Simon Jordan because 99% of the time he talks so much sense. But I'm not taking advice from a Crystal Palace chairman who almost bankrupted his club, telling us after years of scrimping and saving and being mediocre, and he told stories on Talk Sport about how Daniel Levy, when we were buying a player off him, a young player with potential, and he would ring Simon up every day. Can you knock 100 grand off? Can you knock 500 grand? And Simon has told that story that he said, no mate, that's the price. Either pay it or bugger off. And he sit there and he's going, Tottenham don't know what they're doing. Yes, we do. We were almost relegated. It would have cost us 300 million, people say. 250, 300 million, that relegation. Players would have left. The finances would have dropped. Banks would have got twitchy about our financial status. Thank God we didn't, and that was your chance to relegate us. I mean, even Jason Cundy, although he hasn't gone as far as the others, you can tell he's got the ump when he sits there with Jamie O'Hara. He knows Tottenham are back. And then you got Mark Goldbridge. Oh, those videos were so funny. No, Fernandes won't go to Tottenham. Man United. We are Man United. Listen, mate, you've got a waterfall in your roof that you can't fix. You're up to your eyeballs in debt. Thanks to the Glazers, who just keep taking money out for themselves and don't give a monkeys about your club. I believe you are, with Sir Jim Ratcliffe, going to build a new stadium, but you're going to have to go through the same bollocks Tottenham have gone through. And in 10, 15 years' time, you will come out even bigger and better than you already are. I'm under no illusions. Tottenham are not and never will be as big as Man United. But we are going to compete now with Man United. We're not just going to give in. If you go 70 million, we're going to go 70, 75, 80 million. We are not taking this shit from anyone else anymore. And the look on Goldbridge's face when he realised that Fernandes had come to Tottenham, priceless. Absolutely priceless. So all you haters out there, keep doing it. First of all, if you don't understand how Tottenham are getting the money, you're thick as shit. And secondly, keep hating us. Because I know how it hurt when Chelsea would buy players and had that money. When Liverpool would go out and spend on Van Dijk and the goalkeeper. Just go, bosh, there's the money. And look what happens, they go and win the league. Chelsea, City. I know what it feels like. I know I made up excuses. Yeah, you bought trophies, you've done this, you've done that, you've cheated. You know what I mean? You'll say anything, you'll deny. You will be in denial. Because your club is so shit, it can't compete. But now, we are going to compete. Get out of our way. Stop moaning and crying and whinging. Copy and paste what Tottenham did. We went one further than Arsenal. We didn't just build a stadium. We built a retractable pitch. So we could have NFL games, concerts, boxing matches. We went one step further. Arsenal, where the old Highbury is, have built loads of flats and everything, you know, that they've sold or for rent or whatever. We're doing the same. So that's all you got to do. That's why Arsenal can afford all these players and to build a squad that they've got now. And that's how they won the Premier League. Not through referees and fucking, you know, set plays. They won it fair and square. And I hate to say it, they won it fair and square because they had the money to buy the players they needed. The quality players they needed to pay the wages. And they will do it again. They won't go like Liverpool mental, but they will get a couple of players. Rodgers, Barcola maybe. They've sold Trossard, so they will. That's all you got to do. Tottenham will do that. We'll go mental this season. We might even spend 500 million. But it won't be every summer we'll be doing that. We've got our defence sorted out. We've got our midfield sorted out. Now it's just the attack, the wingers, the forwards. Once we do that, we're set for 3-4 years. Then you just buy players, 1 or 2 every summer. The winter windows for emergencies. If you have a bad injury, right, we need to replace him, otherwise we'll be in trouble. That's what smart clubs do. And they outbid everyone else. Can you imagine for Fernandes, we went toe-to-toe with Man United and come out on top. With Tonali, we went toe-to-toe with Arsenal and City. And they backed out because they thought it was too much of a price to pay. But we said, fuck it, we're going to pay it and get him. So as I said, keep getting angry, keep, you know, being jealous, because I love it. All Tottenham fans are loving it. To hear all this bollocks coming out of all your mouths. And we'll see. Got the top manager. No other manager, I don't think, could have gone in there with 7 games to go and saved us from relegation. And now he's going to start playing his brand of football. He took Brighton to 6th. Brighton. He left Marseille because they were about to fall apart. Nothing else. So he's been promised, you save us from... That's why Tottenham went for him and paid him so much money. So, and he said to them, you better give me what I want or I'll walk. And you can start again. So, only time will tell. We'll see what happens. But Tottenham aren't finished with this transfer window yet. We've still got just under 2 months. So, keep your eyes open and your ears open, because you'll be hearing Tottenham have signed this winger, Tottenham have signed that winger, Tottenham have signed this forward, Tottenham have signed another left wing, because I think Spence will be gone, because I don't think he's good enough. And once we do shoot our load this transfer window, then we can calm down for the winter and the next summer, because that team will be set. You just add little by little after that. I like the way De Zerbi started off at the back, got the back sorted out, then the midfield. That's the way you do it. Now we'll get the forwards, finish the job. He's not going to let the ball just by the defence and the midfield and not get quality forwards now. No way. Not a chance. We are going to go the whole hog. So as I said, stop crying, stop whinging. If you want to spend what Tottenham are spending, do what Tottenham did. And that's the end of it. As I said, to me, Villa, Forest, they're bigger clubs, really, because they've got those big trophies under their name. But financially, in the modern day of football, we are bigger than they are. The support we've got, the stadium. But the only way they're bigger is because they've got those trophies. And we haven't. And hopefully that will change soon. Anyway, that's all for this video. Tell me what you think. Tell me what you think about these people giving it the large, complaining, moaning. Tell me what you think. Do you think it's fair, or do you think well done Spurs for going through all this shit for 20 years and now it's your time. It's your time to reap the benefits. Let us know. If you like the video, please subscribe to the channel, Tottenham Together TV, because we are strong when we're all together. The fans, the players, the board, the manager, the tea lady, the cafes along Tottenham High Street, the shops. When we are all together, no one will stop us. But we cannot be toxic. We cannot be apart. We have to be together. Anyway, that's all for this video. Thanks for watching. And you know my motto, win, lose or draw, whatever the score, it's always, come on you Spurs.